History was made tonight at Money in the Bank. Roman Reigns just unveiled his new Shield members in the most shocking way possible, and you won't believe who joined the legendary faction. Smash that subscribe button right now, because WWE will never be the same after this. The WWE Universe is still catching its breath after Roman Reigns shocked the world at Money in the Bank 2025 by finally revealing the identities of his new Shield members. In a moment that will go down in wrestling history, the Tribal Chief brought out two massive surprises that completely changed the landscape of WWE's faction warfare. For months, rumors had swirled about who would join Roman Reigns in reforming the Shield to combat Paul Heyman's dominant faction featuring Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. The wrestling world speculated endlessly. Would it be returning legends, NXT call-ups, or someone completely unexpected? All questions were answered in spectacular fashion during the Money in the Bank main event. The arena went pitch black during Reigns' entrance. When the lights came up, two hooded figures stood beside him in modified Shield gear. As their masks came off, the crowd erupted. Standing beside Reigns was none other than former UFC champion Francis Nanu and the returning Braun Strowman. The two behemoths raised their fists with Reigns in the iconic Shield pose as pyro exploded around them. Rollins' faction watched in horror from the ramp as Nanu lifted Bronson Reed clean over his head and launched him into the barricade while Strowman speared Breaker through the announce table. Reigns simply smirked as his new enforcer stood tall, sending a clear message that the Shield's new era had begun. This revelation changes everything in WWE's power structure. Nanu brings legitimate combat sports credibility that even Paul Heyman can't counter with mind games. Strowman's return as a Shield member reinvents his career while maintaining his monster aura. Together with Reigns, they form perhaps the most physically dominant faction in WWE history. Backstage reports suggest this trio was Triple H's secret project for months. With Nanu's WWE contract being finalized quietly, the timing couldn't be better. Just as Heyman's faction seemed unstoppable, the Shield's rebirth creates the perfect counterbalance. Money in the Bank 2025 will be remembered as the night Roman Reigns reshaped WWE's future. With Nanu and Strowman as his new Shield brothers, the Tribal Chief has assembled a force that might finally end Paul Heyman's reign of terror. Who do you think will win this faction war? Can Seth Rollins' group survive against this new Shield? Let us know your predictions in the comments. Smash that like button and subscribe for all the fallout from this game-changing Money in the Bank moment. Don't miss history. Subscribe now. Brings prediction. JUSO wins. Reason: JUSO's experience and title reign advantage him in this match. Logan Paul's celebrity status won't be enough to overcome Jay's wrestling expertise. Match 2, John Cena vs. R-Truth. John Cena's heel turn has added a new layer to his character. R-Truth,